Open Carry, Texas, and I am testifying for the bill. Unfortunately, Class C misdemeanors are the subject of abuse by police officers. Doesn't mean all of them abuse it, but enough do that protections need to be made. I'm slightly uncomfortable with the provision to allow an arrest for disorderly conduct. Our experience has been that that is a nonsense arrest of last resort, a made-up set of facts usually. And we've had any number of incidents where a person is put into a full custodial arrest for things that are laughable. In Rosenberg, southwest of Houston, a couple of years ago, man was arrested, full custodial arrest, for failure to use a turn signal, right turn signal, exiting a parking lot. Well, video evidence from the officer's patrol vehicle a year later demonstrated it was physically impossible for him to have even seen the turn signal. But nonetheless, he was arrested, had to bail himself out. His car was towed, impounded. That cost him money. He was hunting for a lawyer. Lawyers were hard to find in Rosenberg. After missing several days of work, he just paid the fine. It was less expensive. We were later to discover that that officer was no longer in the employ of the department, which was to their credit. But nevertheless, my understanding of the law at present is that a person may be placed in a full custodial arrest except for two offenses: an open container, which that's kind of a puzzle to me, but the other is speeding less than 25 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. And there are other incidents. There was a man recently put into full custodial arrest for not walking on the sidewalk down in the valley. There was interesting testimony the last time Madam Chair presented this bill by fiscal conservatives that it cost $800 to $1,200 through magistration for a $500 fine-only offense. And they were saying this doesn't make good sense. And, you know, we make it up on volume. But if the individual can't make bail, he then sits in jail and the cash register keeps clicking up, and frequently the individual loses his job, winds up on public assistance. It just goes downhill from there. And we think that it is a procedure that ought to be restricted, with the exception of disorderly conduct. We agree with the other exceptions and would seek to discuss them with you at a later time. And I could go on with other examples, but in our advocacy, we have walked the streets of San Antonio and other cities peacefully and lawfully exercising our rights, only to be confronted by police who threatened to arrest us because we refused to present identification when none was required. And it's simply a situation that is too easily abused, and therefore we recommend the passage of this bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We always appreciate your testimony, and thank you.
Ma'am.
Welcome back.